A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Up and over. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Lawrence Guy with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One play at a time.
Brady now on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's got this one down to the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Michel. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Wait, 20! 380!
Shotgun now for Brady. This is Bell on the dump off. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Come back! Target! Come back!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this. To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a first down carry by Bell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. This one left side caught by Berrios. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
By 20! By 20! One play at a time now!
On 1st down, Brady. And he'll set up the bubble screen to Edelman here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Tough! By 20! 380! Check it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Brady flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
By 20! 380! Shadow! By wicket!
On play action, it's Brady. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
By 20! By 20!
Throwing now is Brady. To Michelle on the screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
220, 380.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
20, 380. Stop. 29, Alpha.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Come back. Reset.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Go! Go! Check it. Switch. Alpha. Shadow. Wait, get.
On second down, here's Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
220.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Wait 20. Wait, we get.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Devin McCourty brings him down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Brady, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, They can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Wait, 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing is Brady on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On first down, it's Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Richmond. Come back. Tiger.
Now Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Blue 80. Tiger. Come back.
Watson now to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A give to Bell. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Patriots, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.